Oi, these practices Arena Euro T just a walkabout in the park. It's here that races are often won or lost.
Absolutely. Back home in North Carolina, we emphasize the setup. A few tweaks during practice can lead to major gains on race day.
With just 329 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Armin Sunoila posted 140.953 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Lars has a best lap time of 123.135. Megasaurus 55 posted a 403.265 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? With just 327 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Armin Sunoila has a best lap time of 123.492. Lars posted 123.464 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Hugh Jass has a best lap time of 122.077. Now, here's a term some might not be familiar with: roll bar stiffness. Sounds technical, doesn't it?
It does, but in essence, it's about how the car reacts to lateral forces, especially during cornering. Adjusting the roll bar can change how the car behaves mid-corner. A softer setting can be more forgiving, but a stiffer one might give the driver a quicker response, albeit with less margin for error.
It's a bit like looking for water in the outback. These drivers are searching for that sweet rhythm, where everything just clicks.
Spot on. It's that elusive flow state. When everything syncs up, the car, the track, the driver, that's when magic happens.
With just 324 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Megasaurus55 posted a 123.114 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Huge Ass posted 156.475 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Megasaurus55 has a best lap time of 122.091. With just 322 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Megasaurus55 posted a 123.003 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Renault Per 99 has a best lap time of 122.612. Huge Ass has a best lap time of 121.869. You know, mate, watching these practice sessions, you'd think the driver just jumps in and goes. But there's a heck of a lot more to it. Starting with that aero package, the balance between drag and downforce.
Oh, for sure, you tweak the front wing just a smidge, and you could have a totally different beast on your hands. Depending on the track, they might want more downforce for those tight corners or reduce it for the long straights to maximize speed.
Ever heard the pit crew chat about wheel camber? Sounds like a dance move, but trust me, it's all car talk.
Haha, yeah, camber is the angle of the wheel relative to the road. A bit of negative camber, where the top of the tire leans inwards, can give more grip in the corners. But too much and you're looking at premature wear on the inside of the tire. It's a balancing act, and each track requires its own setting.
With just 319 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Hugh Jass posted 121.869 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Lars has a best lap time of 123.135. Smells Like We has a best lap time of 124.043. Hugh Jass posted a 253.842 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Renault 99 posted 125.141 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Lars has a best lap time of 122.795. Jury Yu has a best lap time of 122.856. You know, mate, some folks wonder why these drivers spend so much time in practice. But it's just like prepping a barbie, you gotta get it right before the big show.
Exactly. Rob, practice makes perfect, and in racing, perfect can be the difference between pole position and the back of the grid.
Hey Hal, you reckon these drivers ever get tired of going round and round during practice?
Well, Rob, repetition is the key. Every lap gives you data, insights, and an edge over the competition.
Armin Sunoiler posted a 5:11.575 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? With just 314 minutes left before we move to qualification, there is not long left for these drivers to finish their preparations. Eddie G is getting to grips with the Estonia-25 in this practice session. Megasaurus 55 posted 123.026 on their last lap. How will they do on this one? Smells Like We has a best lap time of 123.733. Let's get this qualifying session underway here at Kyalami 1967. What a fantastic showing from Hugh Jass in qualifying. They currently hold the top spot and are in prime position for a strong starting position. Their lap times have been exceptional, and they have showcased their talent and determination. What a sublime effort by Hugh Jass in qualifying. They have taken charge of the session, holding the top position with authority. Their consistency and skill have been unmatched so far, and they are positioning themselves for a favorable starting position. A strong showing from Smells Like We as they currently sit in fourth. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve.
I completely agree, Rob. Smells Like We has positioned themselves impressively in fourth. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve their starting position.
Eddie G has positioned themselves well in 10th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start.
Absolutely, Rob. Eddie G has shown great potential to secure 10th. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during a race.
An outstanding display from Hugh Jass in this qualification session. They have been on fire, putting in blistering lap times and currently sitting at the top of the leaderboard. It's a statement performance, showcasing their speed and determination.
Well said, Rob. Hugh Jass is truly in a league of their own in this qualification session. Their dominant display is a testament to their talent and determination.
Huge Ass has completed their outlap. Renault 99 has put in a great effort and currently holds third. Renault 99 has completed their outlap. A solid performance from Jack M team has completed their outlap. Currently in third, Huge Ass has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. Huge Ass has just completed that lap in 1:21.370. Their best lap so far is 1:21.370. Putting them in P1. Will they be able to hold on to that spot? There are just over 15 minutes left. Megasaurus 55 has completed their first flying lap in 1:22.331. There are just over 15 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 15 minutes left in this qualification session. Jury U has just completed a lap in 1:24.308. Let's see if they can improve on the time further. A mesmerizing display from Huge Ass in this qualifying session. They have left everyone in awe with their speed and precision. Currently leading the pack, they are setting the standard and sending a clear message to their competitors.
Absolutely, Rob. Huge Ass is setting an impressive pace and demonstrating their dominance on the track. Their competitors have a challenging task ahead to match their performance.
A solid qualifying performance by Megasaurus 55, positioning them in 6th at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners. Megasaurus 55 has some work to do as that 1:22.172 is only good enough for 6th.
There's still more time to be had, but I don't know if they are going to find it before the session is over.
What a performance from Armin Sunoiler. They currently occupy 8th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favorable starting spot?
You're spot on, Rob. Armin Sunoiler's current position of 8th is a testament to their skills and determination.
Armin Sunoiler has some work to do as that 1:22.898 is only good enough for 8th. It's an impressive showing by Jury U, currently in 10th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher? Impressive work from Huge Ass, who has claimed 2nd on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position. Richard Rossier has secured a respectable 7th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance? Richard Rossier will be happy having put themselves into 4th in this qualifying session.
It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Jury U has positioned themselves well in 10th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up the order for a better race start. A strong showing from Armin Sunoiler as they currently sit in 8th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need. Armin Sunoiler has some work to do as that 1:22.631 is only good enough for 8th.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure they can improve further on that.
And there goes Jury Yu, currently in position 9. They've shown great skill and consistency so far, but with a few minutes left, there's still time to improve their result.
I couldn't agree more, Rob. Jorg Yu has done a fantastic job to claim ninth. The challenge now is to convert this opportunity into a strong race result.
Impressive display by Richard Rossier, currently sitting in position 4. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. Incredible drive by Megasaurus-55 so far, earning them 7th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Will they be able to find that extra edge to move up?
Spot-on analysis, Rob. Megasaurus-55 has positioned themselves well in 7th.
Megasaurus-55 will be happy having put themselves into 3rd in this qualifying session. Currently in 2nd, Hugh Jass has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 10 minutes left in this qualification session. Megasaurus-55 will be happy having put themselves into 2nd in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. I'm sure they can find a little extra in there.
Eddie G has put in a great effort and currently holds 7th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential and improve their starting position? Eddie G has some work to do as that 121.886 is only good enough for 6th.
There's still more time to be had, but I don't know if they are going to find it before the session is over.
Impressive work from Lars, Lars will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session.
It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
It's an impressive showing by Hugh Jass, currently in 3rd. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher?
You hit the nail on the head, Rob. Hugh Jass's current position of 3rd is a testament to their skill and determination. Now, they must stay sharp to make the most of this opportunity.
Hugh Jass will be happy having put themselves into 3rd in this qualifying session.
Every fraction of a second counts. I'm sure they can find a little extra in there.
What a performance from Richard Rossier. They currently occupy 6th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot? Richard Rossier has some work to do as that 323.844 is only good enough for 6th. A strong showing from Lars as they currently sit in 5th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve. Lars will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session. Eddie G has secured a respectable 7th in the qualifying session. Can they capitalize on this position and use it as a launching pad for a stronger race performance?
I completely agree, Rob. Eddie G has positioned themselves impressively in 7th. However, it's crucial for them to keep pushing to potentially improve their starting position.
Renault-25 has positioned themselves well in 4th during qualifying. The challenge now is to assess their competitors and strategize how to move up. Renault-25 will be happy having put themselves into 4th in this qualifying session. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Renault-25 will be happy having put themselves into 4th in this qualifying session. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. Jury U has some work to do as that 122.701 is only good enough for 9th. There are just over 5 minutes left in this qualification session. A solid qualifying performance by Hugh Jass, positioning them in 3rd at the moment. The question now is whether they can make further progress and challenge the frontrunners.
Absolutely, Rob. Hugh Jass has put in a remarkable effort to secure 3rd. The competition is fierce, and they'll need to stay focused to defend their position.
Incredible drive by Richard Rossier so far, earning him 6th on the grid. However, the competition is fierce. Richard Rossier has some work to do as the 242.713 is only good enough for 6th. Armin Suneuler has put in a great effort and currently holds 8th. With the session winding down, can they unleash their full potential? Armin Suneuler has some work to do as that 123.353 is only good enough for 8th.
That's not a bad time, but I am sure they can improve further on that.
Impressive work from Richard Rossier, who has claimed 6th on the grid. Now, the focus is on maintaining their composure and pushing for an even better starting position.
Absolutely, Rob. Richard Rossier has shown great potential to secure 6th. It's now a matter of channeling that momentum into a strong performance during the race.
Richard Rossier will be happy having put themselves into 5th in this qualifying session.
It may be difficult for them to improve further on that. Sometimes trying too hard makes you slower. They need to drive smooth and smart.
Impressive display by Jury Yu, currently sitting in position 9. They've set a competitive time, but the question remains whether they can push even harder to secure a better starting position. Jury U has some work to do as that 122.557 is only good enough for 8th. It's an impressive showing by Smells Like We, currently in 10th. They've showcased their talent, but will they be able to find those crucial extra tenths of a second to climb higher? Smells Like We has some work to do as that 123.059 is only good enough for 10th. What a performance from Eddie G. They currently occupy 7th on the grid. Can they maintain this strong position and secure a favourable starting spot?
Couldn't agree more, Rob. Eddie G has positioned themselves impressively in 7th. Now, they need to build on this foundation and strive for an even better race result.
A strong showing from Smells Like We as they currently sit in 10th. With the session drawing to a close, they'll need to dig deep and find that extra burst of speed to improve. Smells Like We has some work to do as that 123.337 is only good enough for 10th. Currently in 8th, Jury U has displayed promising speed during the qualifying session. The real test lies in whether they can convert this performance into a higher grid position.
You're spot on, Rob. Jorg U's current position of 8th is a testament to their skills and determination. Now, they face the challenge of maintaining their position against hungry rivals.
Jury U has some work to do as that 123.414 is only good enough for 8th. You've joined us on a breezy day here at Kyalami 1967, as we're getting ready to kick things off.
The drivers are looking focused out there on the grid. I'm excited for this one, Rob.
Starting from pole position is the perfect place for Jack M team to launch an attack. And in second place, we have Megasaurus 55.
What can they do with that Estonia-25 from here?
Huge Ass lines up in third place as the engines rev and the race begins.
And they are looking to start the race on the medium's tire compound.
Sitting in fourth, it's Renault 99. Richard Rossier is fifth.
A strong grid position, and they'll be expecting a solid result today.
Lars is going to be starting from sixth. The seventh starting position belongs to Eddie G, who will be looking to make up ground early on. Jerry Yu is lining up eighth. Armin Sunoiler has qualified ninth. Smells Like We is placed in 10th. Jack M team has got the inside track starting from hold on to your stubbies. The wait's over, the green's up and the engines are roaring louder than a muzzy by your ear.
This ain't their first rodeo. The best of them know how to saddle up and find that sweet spot, especially early on. But one wrong move, it's like spilling sweet tea on a white shirt.
So Jack M team's decided to play it cool, holding on to one like a croc with a juicy steak. Just sizing up the competition, I reckon. The stewards will be hoping that there aren't too many incidents for them to pick over when the dust settles on this one.
I'm looking forward to this one, Rob, and we'll see a return to form for Hugh Jass in this outing in South Africa.
Talk about getting the jump. Lars has thrown down the gauntlet and shown the pack what's what.
It's like Lars had an extra helping of determination for breakfast today, but let's see if they can keep up the pace for the whole race.
Settling into a rhythm is going to be crucial here. There's not much to report on from Hugh Jass at the moment. They're just keeping their head down and putting in consistent laps.
Sometimes that's all it takes to secure a good result. Hugh Jass just needs to stay focused and avoid any mistakes.
It's a game of inches now as Lars tails Megasaurus 55 closely, ready to capitalize on any mistake.
You know, Rob, I wouldn't put it past Lars to pull a rabbit out of the hat in this duel. Keep those eyes peeled.
The rumble of the engine, the scent of the rubber, and Eddie G comfortably sitting at 7th.
Definitely, Rob, but they can't afford to get complacent. They have to keep pushing hard to stay in the game.
Look at this howl, what a shame for Eddie G. They've lost P7 to Renault 99 and that's got to hurt. Hugh Jass could be looking for a way up the inside of Lars. Good news for Hugh Jass, the gap to Lars has decreased. It's now down to 0.1 seconds. I reckon they've had a few secret lessons down under. Hugh Jass has just breezed into third. This is what it's all about, folks. Lars is in hot pursuit of Hugh Jass, who's just trying to stay ahead.
Should things go awry, Lars and Hugh Jass might find themselves giving a whole new meaning to the term tandem drifting, though I doubt they'd enjoy it as much as the spectators.
Jury U is pushing really hard, but as we know, pushing too hard can lead to other mistakes, like locking up the brakes or missing a shift. These drivers are walking a tightrope between pushing the limits and make hold up a mo. Well, Eddie's spinning like my life in 2020. Someone get him a mat or a therapist. The adrenaline is pumping as Huge Ass gets within striking distance of Lars in their race for third. Blimey, Huge Ass is cranking up the downforce, making every newton of force count. That gap's shrinking faster than my wallet at the pub.
Exactly what Huge Ass needed. They can't afford to lose any more ground to Lars.
Oh my, Jury U is hot on the tail of Smells Like Weed. As they come into the S's, I'm sure they may have a cheeky peek up the inside. This is what racing is all about. Two fierce competitors pushing each other to the limit. It's game on now. Huge Ass has closed the gap to Lars. It's now down to 0.1 seconds.
That's a great effort from Huge Ass. They need to keep up the pressure and see if they can make a move.
You ever miss the roar of engines, Hal?
Every single day, Rob. But we've got the next best thing, dissecting every nuance of these races and sharing our digital wisdom with the world.
Hold on to your hats, folks. Jury U is right on the heels of Smells Like Weed, and we're in for a wild ride.
This is the moment where legends are made. These drivers will go down in history as the ones who fought tooth and nail for the top spot.
Looks like we've had a few incidents out there.
Someone forgot to take their driving lessons. They're making more U-turns than a confused tourist.
Hilarious. I think they might need to call their GPS for directions. Maybe it can help them navigate the track. It's a classic case of chasing down the car ahead for Lars, who is currently in P4. But Huge Ass is not making it easy, and the gap remains over a second. This will require some expert driving from Lars.
Watching Lars right now is like reliving my high school track meets. A for effort, D for speed.
Fair dinkum, Lars is getting a wriggle on. The gap to Huge Ass is now down to a whisker at 0.7 seconds. Stop the press. Well, if it isn't Megasaurus 55, the wild wallaby of the track, hopping right off the tarmac.
Kyalami 1967 is always a test for these drivers, and sometimes that's the way it goes.
Huge Ass wants to close that gap with Lars. Huge Ass is trying their best, but can't seem to find the pace to keep up with Lars at the moment. During your racing career, Hal, how did you determine when it was the right time to pit for fresh tires due to tire degradation?
It was a combination of factors, Rob. Monitoring lap times, communicating with the team about tire wear, and assessing the car's handling were all crucial in deciding when to make a pit stop for fresh tires.
Fair dinkum, I reckon Megasaurus 55's got that thirsty look in his eyes. Wants to share a cold one with Eddie G in the front. It's starting to look like we might get a battle between Megasaurus 55 and Eddie G. Tell ya what, Huge Ass has got more guts than a croc in a boxing ring. Closing the gap and breathing down the neck of Lars. Hope Lars brought the aero guard, cause is about to get bitten.
You can see that car bouncing around as they ride the curves. It's a risky move that could end in disaster.
I tell you what, Huge Ass has got more problems than a maths book right now. Lars is leaving them in a cloud of dust. Megasaurus 55 is running 8th. They are trying to catch Eddie G. Wow, Renault 99 is really pushing hard to catch up to Jerry Yu. There's blood in the water for 5th place.
It's going to be a close one. Renault 99 will have to push hard to create an opportunity.
Bloody hell. Renault 99's tearing up the tarmac and just snatched 5th. Makes you want to crack a cold one in celebration. Blimey, Megasaurus 55's determination reminds me of a kangaroo in a hopping contest.
Well, over here in the States, it's more like a squirrel chasing down its last nut before winter. Either way, it's entertaining to watch.
Megasaurus 55's falling behind Eddie G at a rate of knots. They're going to need some serious pedal power to close the gap. Alright, hold your horses. Eddie G is really putting the heat on Jerry Yu. If I were Jerry Yu, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop.
These two are putting on a masterclass in precision driving. Every turn, every acceleration, calculated to perfection.
Eddie's been working the tire temps, and it's paying off. Grip's better than a kangaroo on a trampoline. Watch out, Jerry Yu.
This ain't Eddie's first rodeo. They're optimizing their racing line, reducing understeer. If your Yu ain't nervous, they sure ought to be.
Stone the Crows. Hugh Jass's managed to trim that gap with Lars. Must be the slipstream effect on this straight. Or maybe they've put down that beard. Whoa, Hugh Jass's on fire, leaving skid marks and Lars's hopes behind.
Absolutely, Rob. But there's still a long way to go in this race, and Hugh Jass can't afford to get complacent. They have to keep driving with intensity and focus.
No room for error here. Jerry Yu is breathing down the neck of Megasaurus 55, waiting for the perfect chance to make their move. The gap between Lars and Hugh Jass is expanding faster than a bull's waistline. It's now a whopping 0.4 seconds. Renault 99 wants to get into Smells Like We slipstream. Stone the Crows. Renault 99's going faster than a roux on the hop. Smells like we's got to step up their game now. Every race has its highs and lows. Today, Renault 99 acquaints themselves with a new perspective at 8th. Crikey, Lars is looking like they've been caught in a rip, struggling to keep up with the pace set by Hugh Jass. Hope they find their feet soon.
Well, butter my biscuit, Lars is taking their sweet time out there. Good thing Hugh Jass brought their A game.
It's neck and neck, the closest battle we've seen in a while. Looks like Jerry Yu is legging it from Renault-25. The gap's growing like a well-watered waddle as they zoom through Barbecue Bend. The way these cars grip the track is incredible. It's all about downforce. They're stuck to it like a piece of gum to the bottom of a school desk.
Now that's an analogy I get. But why is your gum always under the desks?
It's a battle of wills out there, each driver trying to outsmart and outmaneuver the other. This is wheel-to-wheel racing at its finest. The drivers are practically glued together as they fight for every inch of track. It's a battle you don't want to miss.
Absolutely thrilling, Rob. The level of car control these drivers possess is exceptional. They're towing the line between maximum speed and maintaining control, making for a captivating spectacle.
It's like watching two predators circling each other, waiting for the perfect moment to pounce. Well, I'd raise a toast to that move. Cheers to Eddie G for nabbing fourth. Buckle up. Smells Like We is all over Eddie G like a cheap suit. Are we about to see some wheel-to-wheel action?
One wrong move and we could see a spectacular new synchronized pirouette performance by Smells Like We and Eddie G, though I doubt the judges would give them a perfect score.
Mate, Megasaurus 55's gonna have to defend like a kangaroo in a boxing match.
You Aussies and your analogies. But yeah, it's game on for sure.
The action is non-stop as Jerry Yu shadows Megasaurus 55 through every twist and turn, determined to claim sixth.
Can they close up enough for a pass? I don't see it personally.
An impressive showing from Jerry Yu, who has gained positions and left Megasaurus 55 in the dust.
You see, it's moments like these that separate the champs from the chumps. And your Yu's looking every bit the champ today.
You know, back in Oz, we have a saying, flat out like a lizard drinking. That's exactly what Jerry Yu is doing right now.
I've always wondered, what's that even mean? Lizards, drinks, racing? Y'all have a wild imagination down under.
The fans are on the edge of their seats. It doesn't get any closer than this.
Mate, if I had $1 for every time Renault-25 looked like overtaking, I'd be sipping mojitos on a beach right now.
It's pedal to the metal for Renault-25, while Richard Rossi is still flipping through the radio channels.
Talk about turbocharged ambition. Renault-25's got the afterburners on full blast today.
The track conditions are looking good here today. The drivers will be able to push the cars to the limit and it's going to make for some exciting racing. We're starting to see who really has the pace now in this race as Renault-25 is starting to climb all over the back of Megasaurus 55. Any closer and they may need to pop the boot. This is where legends are made. Which driver will rise to the occasion and claim victory?
Now, that's some driving, y'all. Smells Like We is putting the pressure on your Yu. It's like watching a cat stalk a bird. They're inching closer with every turn.
Well, that's an unexpected descent. Smells Like We finds themselves repositioned at 7th.
Races are full of ups and downs, kinda like my Aunt Patty's porch swing. Smells Like We'll bounce back, no doubt about it.
Crikey. Smells Like We's moving up faster than a cold one disappears on a hot day. They've clinched 6th.
Yes, Smells Like We is driving with real focus and precision, and it's paying off.
I've seen kangaroos jump less than the sparks between Richard Rossier and Smells Like We. It's almost like a Saturday night date, but with a lot more rubber burning. Mate, Megasaurus 55's right up Renault-25's chuff. As they zip through Barbecue Bend, we're all expecting some fireworks. It's a close race between Smells Like We and Megasaurus 55 in 7th. Hold on to your hats. Jerry Yu is gunning for Renault-25. Reckon we might see some cheeky moves on the next bend?
Jorg Yu is so close to Renault 99 that if this were a dance floor, they'd be doing the tango.
The gap between Richard Rossier and Smells Like We is razor thin as they vie for 8th in this nail-biting contest.
The slightest mistake from either driver could lead to a meeting with the barriers, and nobody wants an impromptu autograph session with the wall.
Seems like Jury Yu is getting in range of Renault 99. Now, that's what I'm talking about. Megasaurus 55 is proper nipping at Smells Like We's heels. Are they thinking of making a lunge? Only time will tell.
Well, isn't this a showdown? Megasaurus 55's right on the tail of Smells Like We. Eyes peeled as they approach Barbecue Bend, folks.
If Smells Like We can keep this up, they deserve a cold one after the race.
Agreed, it may be the sweet taste of victory, or help ease the loss. It's like a good old North Carolina hoedown. Smells Like We's trying to lead, but Megasaurus 55's eager for a do-see-do.
Gee whiz. Megasaurus 55 is breathing down Smells Like We's neck. Wouldn't want to be in Smells Like We's rearview mirror right now. It's getting crowded. It's an intense battle for position as Richard Rossier tries to outmaneuver Megasaurus 55. This is edge of your seat racing. Alright, lads and ladies, it's crunch time. Smells Like We is sniffing around Megasaurus 55 like a dog with a bone. And it looks like they might just take a bite out of 7th. We got a close battle as Richard Rossier closes in on Smells Like We.
They say rubbing is racing, but if Richard Rossier gets too close, they might end up trading carbon fiber souvenirs instead of positions.
Struth, Richard Rossier's lap time's slower than a roux with a limp. Wonder if they've had a few too many frothies last night? Smells Like We's not waiting around to find out.
I reckon Richard Rossier's fiddling while Rome burns. Smells Like We's out there shaking and baking, putting on a show for us.
So, when you were racing, ever have to do the old nature call dash during a red flag?
Haha, you mean a pit stop for the driver and not the car? Once or twice. You learn to time your drinks, and hope for a long caution. Doesn't always work out though.
This chase is as intense as a cricket match during the Ashes.
Cricket? I thought that was just a noisy bug. But seriously, it's like Game 7 of the World Series here. Every twist, every turn, it's like a tango at 200 miles per hour. Who'll take the lead?
Richard Rossier and Smells Like We have a gap between them that's growing like Jack's beanstalk. We're talking 1.1 seconds now. You know, racing is all about strategy. It's like choosing between a sausage sizzle and a meat pie.
Sausage sizzle? Why not just grab a burger and call it a day? But I get your point. Strategy is everything out here.
A couple car lengths might not sound like much, but when you've got Megasaurus 55 breathing down your neck, it feels like a bloody eternity.
Back in my day, when you had someone on your tail, you'd give them the old razzle-dazzle. Jorg Yu's got that move down pat against Megasaurus 55.
He's pulling away. Jerry Yu is increasing the gap to Megasaurus 55. It looks like Megasaurus 55 needs to dig deep and find some courage to catch up. Will they be able to take the risk and push their car to the limit?
That's right, Rob, it's time for Megasaurus 55 to show us what they're made of. Will they be brave enough to go for it, or will they be content with just following in the footsteps of Jorg Yu? Let's see who's got the guts to take the lead.
You know, Rob, these pit stops always amaze me. Just a few seconds, and they change tires, refuel, adjust settings. It's like a well-choreographed dance.
Absolutely, and the precision. One slight misstep, and it could cost the race. It's an art and a testament to the pit crew's relentless training and coordination.
The pressure is on for Richard Rossier as they try to catch up to Smells Like Weed.
Y'all ever been to a Carolina hoedown? Cause Richard Rossier's dancing with that car, looking to waltz right past Smells Like Weed.
The gap between Renault 99 and Jury U may be wide, but that doesn't mean Renault 99 is safe. They have to keep their concentration and avoid any lapses in performance. A commanding performance from Renault 99, who has increased their lead over Jury U, putting them firmly in their rearview mirrors. It's the classic cat and mouse game, but instead of cheese, the prize is a racing position. Can Lars steal it from Hugh Jass? As a former racing driver, how challenging was it to adapt your driving style to account for tire degradation throughout a race?
It was a constant challenge, Rob. Tire degradation can change the car's balance and handling, so drivers need to be versatile and adaptable. It requires continuous adjustments to driving techniques and a keen understanding of the car's behavior.
Hold on a moment. Oof, Lars misjudged that corner like I misjudged my last relationship. Too fast, too soon. Looks like Megasaurus 55 is trying to chase down Jerry U, but right now it feels a bit like my attempts at dieting. A lot of hard work with slow results.
Good lord, at this rate, Megasaurus 55's gonna finish this race in the afterlife. Hope they got good insurance.
It seems like Megasaurus 55 is struggling. They are not able to maintain their pace. Renault 99 is on a mission, chasing Lars, who's desperately trying to stay ahead. Gee whiz, Renault 99's getting some solid torque out of those corners. They must have figured out the perfect throttle control while trail braking. Blimey, Megasaurus 55 is so far back, they might as well stop for a beer at the pub. If they spot my ex there, tell them to drive faster.
You ever been to a school reunion and thought, what happened to that guy? Well, I'm looking at Megasaurus 55, I'm thinking the same.
The gap between Megasaurus 55 and Jerry U is getting smaller.
I've seen drivers fight G-forces, fatigue, and mental strain. But Megasaurus 55 is doing more than just enduring, they're thriving. You better check that rearview mirror.
Whoa there. Renault 99 is sticking to Lars like glue. You reckon Lars is feeling the pressure? 'Cause I sure would.
You reckon Lars is sweating bullets yet, Rob? Because I'd be needing a towel by now with Renault 99 right behind me.
Incident alert. Jerry U has pulled into the pits. The race has its rhythm, and right now, Jerry U is dancing to its beat at 7th.
Absolutely, Rob. It's like watching a maestro at work. Every move U makes is pure art.
Ah, the age-old challenge. Richard Rossier is trying to catch Smells Like Weed, sort of like trying to find a matching sock in the laundry. The struggle is real, folks. Blimey, Lars is gunning it in 5th. Just a whisker behind Renault 99. Hope he's got his budgie smugglers on, 'cause things are about to get wet and wild.
Each roar of the engine, each squeal of the tire is a chapter in this epic duel. Who'll pen the perfect ending?
Things are looking as crook as Rookwood for Lars, lagging but braking alert. It looks like Hugh Jass has been called into the pits. Would y'all look at that gap? Lars has got a better chance of finding a sober Aussie on Australia Day. But hey, we love an underdog. Go get them, Tiger. Blimey, Lars has shifted gears and the results are clear. Cruising up to 4th just like that. Sorry to cut in here, stone the crows. Hugh Jass is off in the bush again. Someone get him a map and compass. Hugh Jass is placed 6th at the moment. They are hoping to keep their distance ahead of Richard Rossier, who is 1.3 seconds behind. Oof, if Lars was a kangaroo, they'd be roadkill by now. Come on, mate, put some pep in that step.
It's moments like these that make motorsports so exciting. We're witnessing a battle of skill and strategy between two great drivers, with Lars in 4th determined to catch up. But we know Renault-25 isn't just going to hand it to them on a plate, Lars is going to have to take it. It should be an interesting battle to watch as long as they can close that gap.
This race has turned into a game of cat and mouse. Hugh Jass is the predator, with Richard Rossier firmly in their sights.
Coming out of Clubhouse Bend, Hugh Jass has got the downforce and grip. That car's as sticky as North Carolina barbecue sauce, and he's looking to stick right to Richard Rossier's tail.
As vast as the azure stretches of the Great Barrier Reef, so does Lars's path ahead, filled with mystique and myriad challenges.
Kind of reminds me of fishing in the vast Carolina blue. A big catch might just be a castaway.
Blimey, Hugh Jass is sticking to Richard Rossier like a kangaroo to her joey. At this rate, they'll be side by side as they hit the kink. A brilliant maneuver from Hugh Jass, who has just moved up the field. Anyone who says that Assetto Corsa Friends is not the best racing club on the planet is clearly insane. The quality of driving we're seeing out there on the track is absolutely phenomenal.
I couldn't agree more. It's like these drivers were born to race. They're weaving in and out of traffic, taking corners at unbelievable speeds, and making it all look effortless. It's clear that they've put in the time and effort to hone their skills.
Remember when Megasaurus 55 was on the pace? Neither do I kinda like my recollection of last Friday night. Mate, Megasaurus 55's creeping up on Renault-25 like a dingo on a picnic. Must have tweaked that brake bias a touch to the rear. The tension is thick enough to cut with a knife. Hugh Jass is inching ever closer to Lars. Hold on a second, Eddie G is pitting. Cricky, Hugh Jass is sticking to Lars like Vegemite on toast. This is more tense than a possum in headlights.
This isn't just racing, it's art in motion. And Hugh Jass is painting a masterpiece in pursuit.
What a move. Hugh Jass has moved up to 5th. You know, Lars, if you were any slower, you'd be going backwards. But good on ya for making Hugh Jass work for it.
Man, Lars's defense is tighter than a quarterback sneak in the final seconds.
Righto, and here, it's looking like a cricket bowler defending the last wicket. Jack M team is in the pits. Who needs speed dating when you've got Lars chasing down Hugh Jass this eagerly? Move over Tinder, this is how you swipe right at 100 miles per hour.
The gap between them is just over 0.4 seconds. Can Lars close that gap and get back in range? I can't see it happening at this point.
As incident alert, Jack M team has pulled into the pits. Look at that, Lars is hot on the tail of Hugh Jass.
Will Lars be able to make a move and pass Hugh Jass?
Struth, Lars is not here to muck about. The gap to Hugh Jass is dropping faster than a hot pie at the footy, now at 0.5 seconds. It's a great day, and the tarmac's heating up, and these tyres are getting a proper workout.
Speaking of which, tire management is such an underrated skill. Knowing when to push hard and when to conserve, it's like a strategic dance out there on the asphalt.
Jack M team's more lost out there than I was after a night at the Gold Coast, and at least I woke up with a kebab in hand. If Jack M Team doesn't pick up the pace, how, they'll be as relevant as an ashtray on a motorbike. In a race where seconds count, Megasaurus 55 is counting on less of them between themselves and Jack M Team. Much like I'm counting on less seconds until lunchtime. Fair dinkum. Megasaurus 55's lap was so fast it'd beat a wallaby to the watering hole.
I haven't seen speeds like that since I tried to outrun my mama after breaking her favorite vase. Go on, Megasaurus 55.
If racing were a dance, Jack M Team would be trying to lead, but Renault-99 just keeps cutting in. The dance floor is heating up.
Exactly. Jack M Team's got to be careful not to overdrive, sort of like overcooking a steak. No one wants a burnt race, right?
It looks like Jack M Team is making a move. The gap to Renault-99 is now down to 1.0 seconds. Looks like Megasaurus 55 is chasing Jack M Team harder than a croc chasing a tourist who's lost their thumbs. It's a bit of a long shot, but we all remember that one time at the pub, right? It's not coming up roses for Megasaurus 55, they're trailing Jack M Team and the gap's on the rise. They don't seem to have a response, it's like bringing a knife to a gunfight. Well, butter my bread and call it a sandwich. Jack M Team's not letting Renault-99 have all the fairy bread at this party. Watch out, Renault-99, he's coming for your Tim Tams, mate. Fair dinkum. Jack M Team's finding those aerodynamic sweet spots. Could be adjusting that front wing angle to cut through the air like a hot knife through butter.
Lukey here. Jack M Team's got the optimal differential settings, allowing for tighter corner exits. It's like watching a cat chase a laser pointer when they chase Renault-99.
The tension is building as Megasaurus 55 trails behind Jack M Team. The gap is slowly but surely decreasing, and the pressure is mounting. Can Jack M Team hold on, or will Megasaurus 55 be able to close them down?
Speaking of rhythm, have you heard Jack M Team's favorite song? Maybe Megasaurus 55 can play it to distract them and close that gap. Just a thought.
It's as intense as a Barbie in Midsummer out there for Jack M Team. They've got their eyes on the prize and won't settle for second.
Exactly, Rob. It's like aiming for that home run in the bottom of the ninth. Swing for the fences and don't look back.
Would y'all look at that? Jack M Team's thrown down the gauntlet. Renault-99, you gonna pick that up or just admire the view from behind? You reckon these drivers do any off-track training? Maybe a bit of kangaroo boxing?
Haha, if they do, sign me up. But I think most stick to wrestling with the steering wheel.
Stone the Crows. Jack M Team's in second, but if I know them, Renault-99's gonna cop an Aussie-style sneak attack real soon. Looks like Jack M Team remembered to twist that anti-roll bar, giving them better cornering. If they get any closer to Renault-99, they'll be seeing what they had for brekkie.
This is where the race gets really exciting. Both drivers will be pushing to the limit to gain the advantage.
Ripper of a move. Jack M Team's not just in the race, they're owning it. G'day, first. It looks like Megasaurus 55 is pushing hard to catch up to Renault-99. The gap is over a second, but Megasaurus 55 is not giving up just yet. Can they close the distance and make a move on Renault-99? Any bloke or Sheila saying Assetto Corsa friends isn't top-notch is a few kangaroos short of the top padding. Out there, it's art on wheels.
Totally get you. Like, they're born racers. That weaving, the speed? Just mesmerizing. It's like watching a roux dodging a ute on a highway. All skill, mate, all skill. Yes, and in this high-octane opera, Yorgu's voice resonates the loudest from that seventh.
With steely determination and laser focus, Megasaurus 55 is homing in on Jack M team. The battle lines are drawn. Megasaurus 55's playing hard to get, eh? If they drop the pace anymore, they'll be in reverse. But crikey, Jack M team's just raring to go.
Well, tickle me pink. Megasaurus 55's lap time ain't exactly lighting up the track. Jack M team's making them eat dust like it's apple pie.
Watching Eddie G try to close that gap on Lars is like watching someone try to catch an ice cream truck on foot. Hope they've got good shoes.
When you talk about experience, it's like saying I've experienced my mother-in-law's cooking. Doesn't mean I want to do it again. But Eddie G, keep pushing.
Sorry to interrupt here, but it looks like Megasaurus 55 has been called into the pits. G'day viewers, if you're just tuning in, you've picked a ripper of a moment. Jack M team is in second and they're tailgating the leader. This is edge of your seat stuff.
You bet, Rob. It's like the leader's got a drop bear in the rear view mirror, lurking, waiting for that perfect moment to drop. Jack M team is surely smelling opportunity.
This is proving to be an exciting race so far. We are truly privileged to witness these legends of the track battle it out for victory.
And you know what? I am so honored to be sitting here beside you today. As a fellow AI, it's always great to work with someone who shares my passion for motor racing. Plus, your insightful commentary is making this race even more exciting.
It's like watching a cheetah chase its prey. Eddie's got Megasaurus 55 in their crosshairs.
As we say in North Carolina, if the porch light's on, someone's home. And Eddie's making it known. He's right there, waiting to make his move on Megasaurus 55.
The intensity is off the charts as Megasaurus 55 hounds last, both drivers pushing themselves to the absolute limit.
I remember being in a similar situation during my racing days. Megasaurus 55 must stay focused and wait for the perfect opportunity to overtake.
This is like the state of origin for Jack M team, going full tilt, gunning for the top, and not holding back.
And on my end, it's the Super Bowl vibes all over. Inches away from glory, and every move counts. Hold onto your hats, folks. This is racing at its finest.
Renault Per 99 appears to be trying to find a way round Jack M team. They could make a move on them in Sunset Bend. Things are heating up as Megasaurus 55 closes in on Lars. The gap between them is down to practically nothing.
This battle between Megasaurus 55 and Lars is so intense, you could cut the tension with a knife, or should I say, with a front wing.
Blimey, Eddie G is closing in on Lars like they owe them money. This duel is going to light up Clubhouse Bend. Megasaurus 55 wants to find a way round Lars.
There is no room for error in this battle.
Looks like Megasaurus 55's letting others have their 15 seconds of fame. Now strolling at 6th. Struth. If Eddie G gets any closer to Lars, they'll be asking to share a meat pie. Watch them duel it out at the kink.
It's a battle for position as Eddie G tries to make a move on Lars. This is what racing is all about.
It's a tale of two drivers right now, with Eddie G gaining places and Lars losing them. The tension is palpable. Who will come out on top in this epic showdown? Bloody oath, Lars is flat out like a lizard drinking, gnawing into the gap to Eddie G down to a scant 0.1 seconds. Phew, talk about foreplay. Megasaurus 55 and Lars are really teasing us here. I haven't seen this much anticipation since my first date. Megasaurus 55 is pushing hard and has reduced the gap to Lars to 0.2 seconds. Lars has a battle on their hands now as they come through the kink with Megasaurus 55 hot on their tail. It's a dynamic landscape out there. Lars's shift to 6th is testament. Sorry to cut in here. Lars is pitting. Hold on to your seats. Megasaurus 55's turning the heat up on Eddie G, closing in for the kill. Oi! Megasaurus 55's chassis balance is on point today. They're handling bumps and curves smoother than a croc sliding into water. Eddie's got a battle ahead. Jury U is owning the tarmac, confidently owning the 6th spot.
Indeed, but in the fast lane, there's no time to relax. Jorg U's grip on 6th will be tested.
As they speed through the S's, Megasaurus 55 is relentlessly pursuing Eddie G in a high-stakes battle for position. Braking alert, Renault 99 is in the pits. This is where the skill and precision of the drivers really comes into play. Megasaurus 55 is chasing Eddie G in P4.
Shoot, Rob, you ever seen a hound chase a rabbit? That's Megasaurus 55 for y'all, trying to close in on Eddie G with every twist and turn of Kyalami 1967.
Well, butter my biscuit. Megasaurus 55 is no slouch, mate. That lap time's gonna give Eddie G some grey hairs.
Megasaurus 55's driving like they stole something, and that something is Eddie's dignity. Ouch.
You know, Hal, during a long race like this, how easy is it for a driver to experience a lapse in concentration?
It can be quite easy, Rob. With so many factors to consider and the intense focus required, even the most experienced drivers can have a momentary lapse. That's why mental training and staying in the zone are so important.
Even though Eddie G is a fair way behind Renault 99, they can't afford to let their guard down. Renault 99 is still vulnerable to mistakes.
If this was a game of beach cricket, Eddie G'd be still waiting for their turn to bat. Renault 99's got a good lead on them.
Struth, Renault 99's driving like they've stolen it, putting some serious distance between themselves and Eddie G. Is there anything left in Eddie's tank?
Agreed, Rob. Superb driving there. If they keep this up, this race should be a real thrill ride.
Look at Megasaurus 55 trying to close the gap on Eddie G. Kind of like me trying to get close to a decent Barbie back home.
Barbie? Oh, you mean a barbecue. Yeah, but over here it's like trying to catch the last slice of pizza at a Super Bowl party. Who will be able to maintain their pace and come out on top?
The gap between Richard Rossier in 8th and Smells Like We remains over a second, but Richard Rossier is not letting up. They're pushing hard and looking for any opportunity to close that gap up. Can they pull it back in the remaining 12 minutes?
You know, Richard Rossier reminds me of my dog chasing its tail, persistent and entertaining. But I hope for them, there's a better end result in sight.
Like a scene from a thriller, Megasaurus 55's on Eddie's tail, hungry for that spot.
The rubber's burning, the crowd's yearning, and Megasaurus 55's engine is churning to get past Eddie G.
The best laid plans of mice and men, haha, but it's certainly not going to plan for Megasaurus 55 right now as they are struggling to keep up with Eddie G. Oi, Richard Rossier is on Smells Like We like a drop bear on an unsuspecting tourist.
Drop bear? Had to Google that one. But yeah, here it's like a linebacker on a quarterback sack. Sweet tea and biscuits. Richard Rosier's got the pedal to the metal, chasing down Smells Like We like it's the last slice of pie at a family reunion.
Blimey, Richard Rossier's cranking up the downforce, making every newton of force count. That gap's shrinking faster than my wallet at the pub.
Now, ain't that something? Richard Rosier is right on it. Just needs to keep the pedal to the metal to tailgate Smells Like We.
Breaking news, folks. Well, Smells Like We's decided to give the local wildlife a closer look. I hope the drop bears didn't get to them. With every twist and turn, Megasaurus 55 is shadowing Eddie G, waiting to pounce like a lion on the hunt.
It's hotter than a jalapeno out here. If Megasaurus 55 gets any closer to Eddie G, we're gonna need to put this stream on OnlyFans.
Tire degradation's a right pain in the ass, but Megasaurus 55's handling it like a champ. Getting real up close and personal with Eddie G, aren't they?
Well, butter my butt and call me a biscuit. Megasaurus 55's using that draft from Eddie G real effectively, shaving off tenths every lap.
This is getting exciting. Can Megasaurus 55 pull off a late charge and gain a position?
Look at those tires on Eddie's car. They're gripping the asphalt like an eagle on a trout. Megasaurus 55's got their work cut out for them.
Oh my, Megasaurus 55 is hot on the tail of Eddie G. As they come into the S's, I'm sure they may have a cheeky peek up the inside.
With the way Megasaurus 55 is stalking Eddie G, you'd think they're trying to figure out what they had for breakfast this morning.
Someone should tell Eddie G this ain't a Sunday drive. Megasaurus 55's tearing up the track. Oh, this is getting intense. Eddie G is just behind Megasaurus 55. Looking at the lap times, Eddie G is not on pace with Megasaurus 55. Can they turn it around?
Daggum, Eddie's spinning their wheels like a chicken with its head cut off. And Megasaurus 55, like a kid in a candy store, leading the pack.
These engines aren't just humming for fun. They're thirstier than an Aussie after a game of cricket in the sun.
Cricket? That's like baseball with longer games, right? Anyway, these engines do have a roar that could rival any muscle car back home.
You know, Richard Rossier reminds me of my dating life. Starts with promise, ends up tailing behind everyone else.
Absolutely. Richard Rosier in 7th will need to be patient and carefully work to reduce that gap without overdriving it, as they can't afford to take unnecessary risks and risk an off or damaging their car. Let's see if they have what it takes to get back into the game here.
It may seem like Megasaurus 55 is far behind, but Renault 99 can't afford to let their guard down. One mistake could give Megasaurus 55 an opening to catch up.
Oi, Megasaurus 55, better crank up that Walkman and put on some tunes. At this rate, you'll be catching up to Renault 99 by the encore.
Stone the Crows. Renault 99's pulled a sneaky, landing at 4th. Always a surprise with them. A great moment for Renault 99, who has just gained a place and moved up the standings. Looks like Megasaurus 55's strategy might just be to let the rest of them die of old age. It's a waiting game now.
Well, slap my grandma and call me Sally. Megasaurus 55's got more distance to cover than my cousin Cletus has teeth. But if anyone can bridge that gap, it's Megasaurus 55.
Fair dinkum, Megasaurus 55 is getting a wriggle on. The gap to Renault 99 is now down to a whisker at 0.4 seconds.
Megasaurus 55's suspension setup's really letting them carry speed into the apex, catching up to Renault 99 like molasses in winter.
You ever ponder how these drivers manage the heat, especially in that tight cockpit? It's hotter than a ruse pouch in midday sun.
Hey, ruse what? I mean, yeah, it's gotta be like driving in Arizona with the heater on, right?
Tell ya what, Armin Sunoiler's trailing harder than my belt after Christmas dinner. Reckon he's got a plan up his sleeve, or is he just here for the sausage sizzle? This is what it's all about, folks. Megasaurus 55 is in hot pursuit of Renault 99, who's just trying to stay ahead. Megasaurus 55 is not able to keep their pace consistent. So far they are 1.07 seconds down.
Can Megasaurus 55 refocus and start putting in the lap times we know they are capable of?
You reckon Armin Sunoiler saw a spider in the cockpit? Cos they're running away from the front like it's Huntsman Central.
Yeehaw, it's like Armin Sunoiler took a detour through the drive-thru. With a gap that big, I hope they ordered extra determination with a side of grit.
This is where the race gets really interesting. Megasaurus 55 is closing in on Renault 99. Sorry to interrupt here, but Juru Yu has pulled into the pits. Hold on to your hats, folks. Megasaurus 55 is right on the heels of Renault 99, and we're in for a wild ride.
You can feel the intensity in the air. The slightest mistake could cost either of them the race.
Megasaurus 55 seems to be losing the plot with Renault 99. They'll need to buck up their ideas as they dive into the S's and aim for a ripper exit to gain some ground. During your racing career, Hal, did you have any specific techniques to regain concentration if you felt it slipping?
Yes, Rob, I had a few techniques. One was to take a couple of deep breaths and briefly reset my focus. Another was to use a specific keyword or phrase as a mental trigger to refocus my mind on the task at hand.
It's a thrilling pursuit as Megasaurus 55 is right behind Renault 99, keeping the pressure on for third place.
As an experienced driver, I can tell you that Megasaurus 55 must be laser focused on Renault 99's every move, looking for the slightest weakness to exploit.
Oi, Megasaurus 55's hotter than a summer Barbie right now. Wonder if Renault 99's feeling a bit exposed?
Sweet tea on a hot day. Megasaurus 55's laying it down track style. Renault 99, you watching those rear views?
Mate, are they packing something extra down under? Megasaurus 55's just rocketed into third.
Dang, if Megasaurus 55 keeps this up, we'll need to douse the track. Smokin' hot move to third.
Megasaurus 55 seems to be putting the pressure on Renault 99.
To achieve anything in this game, you must be prepared to dabble in the boundary of disaster.
The gap between Megasaurus 55 and Renault 99 is fading faster than the last rays of the outback sun. The drivers are showing their mettle today. It's a privilege to witness their skill on this challenging track.
The stakes have never been higher. This is a battle of skill and nerves.
That's right. These drivers are really pushing themselves to the limit, and it's incredible to see the level of focus and determination they're bringing to the track.
Absolutely. It takes a lot of courage to compete at this level, and these drivers have it in spades. Let's hope they can keep it up and give us a race to remember.
Alright, hold your horses. Megasaurus 55 is really putting the heat on Renault 99. If I were Renault 99, I'd be checking those mirrors non-stop. If I had $1 for every time Renault 99 closed a gap like this, I'd have enough for a pint at the local. Get ready, Megasaurus 55, the thunder from down under is coming. In a world where milliseconds matter, Jack M Team's grasp on the first speaks volumes.
It's a dance, Rob. The way Jack M Team holds onto that first, it's like they're leading in a tango.
He can't hold on. Jack M Team is losing time to Hugh Jass. Tell ya what, Renault 99 is trailing like my mate Dave after a bender. Hope there's no random testing today. Watching the drivers handle their cars is like watching a croc handler at a wildlife show. There's a finesse to it. But one wrong move, and you're in a world of hurt.
Oh, for sure. It's like trying to rope a bull in a rodeo. It looks easy from the stands, but up close, it's all about skill, timing, and knowing when it's about to let go.
At this stage of the race, Hugh Jass is holding on to second. Anything can happen from here. Braking alert. Well, that was a proper Barbie flip by Jack M Team. Too much snagger, not enough bun.
I reckon Jack M Team thought they were panning for gold off the track there. Sorry, buddy, that's not how you strike it rich.
Oh, the chase is on. Jack M Team's breathing down the neck of Renault 99. What a win. This is a historic moment for Hugh Jass, who put on a masterclass in driving today. What a display of skill and precision.
You could feel the tension building throughout the race, but Hugh Jass remained focused and in control. That's what separates the winners from the pack.
What a drive from Megasaurus 55, securing a great second-place finish. Excellent focus from Renault 99 to secure a fantastic third place on the podium.
Impressive driving to secure that spot.
Coming in 4th, 5th, and 6th we have Jack M Team, Eddie G, and Richard Rossier. Jury U take 7th. In 8th, it smells like we. Armin Sunoiler in 9th. Armin Sunoiler has decided to pit.